goes back to that old adage, it needs to be a violent yes or it's a no. And so I think about that in your practice, however you're looking at growth, whether you're looking through acquisition, whether you're looking to niche down and really leaning into marketing, adding value to your particular client set. Maybe it's continually reminded how many ways to win there are in this industry. As a financial advisor, the basics are the basics. It's about adding value to people, understanding, sharing with them what you do, educating people on the opportunities that they have and helping them along the way, creating deep relationships. But as you get into it, there's really complexities of like what ways you can win. But the great thing is that there's many ways. And the key thing there to remember is that you've got to pick a way. I reflect on my day just yesterday and look back at my calendar, I glance over there right now. I think about the conversations I had with my clients, some prospects, recording some content and thinking about how do I win? How do advisors win? Many different ways. One advisor is bringing support staff into the team, but also has joint work partners to expand, like utilize the book that's already there. Thinking about the leverage that he needs to create, not from him, but the other people around him. So it can be the 4 wins, right? So win for him, win for that other advisor or other team member, win for the clients, and essentially making the great good better. So four wins. Now look at a team call that I had with the owner, the lead advisor, and the COO, thinking about how do we structure the team, the challenges we're having around doing the advisory reviews in a tight timeline going on in the spring, how that pops up and how we can win there, and leaning out to their top clients and thinking about how can we look at all the educators we work with and address it from a school district point of view rather than an individual educator or individual school point of view. And then it comes to a company or a firm that's been built up over the last 40 years in a very specific part of the country, which has tons of depth of relationship. And now we're into a G2 situation in that, and it's a coming together to understanding what's the impact of the lead advisor plus the junior people that are coming in as well, and so on and so forth through the day. And one real distinct place that I got to yesterday was looking at a business that this particular advisor had, and then he had a couple of different opportunities, strategic partners, joint work scattered across the city here, but a core group of his own clients that he primarily got through a networking and a natural market over the years. And so for him, he saw lots of different pieces of opportunity. They never really struck it like the lightning in the bottle, because what he hadn't done was go and really figure out which one of those was what he really wanted. He looked at conversations, and his double-edged sword was the fact that he was very good at making these networking connections and being around people. And so there was seemingly lots of opportunities, but the challenge was which one did he really want? And it goes back to that old adage, it needs to be a violent yes or it's a no. And so I think about that in your practice, however you're looking at growth, whether you're looking through acquisition, whether you're looking to niching down and really leaning into marketing, adding value to your particular client set. Maybe it's just a case of I've got lots and lots of clients, and I just need to be really clear about going back to my segmentation and understanding who my platinum clients are. Who are they really? And maybe take a rough cut of what that is and reset and say, how do I want to serve these clients? Something else that popped up yesterday as well is, like if the market is a little bit nervous, I'm worried I might be getting 6, 7, 10, 20 calls a day for clients coming in and asking me questions about where that market might be. And so the question then becomes, all right, let's be not proactive reactively. And what I mean by that is, so something you see coming, it's a higher standard to go, all right, I'm going to do something about that before it becomes a problem versus waiting for the call and then dealing with the call. So I call that reactively proactive. But we want to think strategically, one step up from that to say, regardless of what might be coming for right now, and in the medium term, how do I want to think about where my clients are and how do I want to serve them on a continuous basis? So my platinum clients, how many times a year do I want to see them? Maybe there's a standard and maybe there's some flexibility because they are platinum clients, but am I taking it forward to them? And are they really clear that I do want to see them once a quarter, especially where they particularly might be right now? And I do want to see them maybe once in person in that time and just to find what it is. And I do want to share with them and reiterate my philosophy around market movements, and we won't contact you if there's a blip in the market, right? And be really clear about what they can expect from you. And that will really let you front run any of that reactive type reach outs that they may do to you, and really allowing you to focus on the things that are most important and for them also. And what that does is it also gives them more certainty in you because you're thinking through it. You've got that clarity up front. So many ways to win in this business, just be clear about what for you is the way that you want to win. And it doesn't have to be like that forever, but be clear about what it is you want to focus on right now, and make sure that you're ruthless with your time as you focus into that.